In the welcome you all to the third session of INDIC Knowledge Landscape and Overview. Let us begin with a recap of our earlier session held on 19th July. Can anybody tell me whether you remember anything learned in the previous class?
Yeah, may I say?
Yes, Mahodaya. Naresh Mahodaya, please.
Yeah, I think we learned about Aparva Vedas, Upasana, Jnana, and Kala as levels of learning. And under Upasana is Paravidya, and Gyan is pure science knowledge, and Aparvidya, and Kala is applied sciences, which you made a list of all the modern sciences in a way. And this Vedas are four types, which we all know. And you classified one Rig Veda, which I presume must be true for others, which is divided into four Samhitas and Brahmas and Upanishads, etc. Then you mentioned about four Vedas, which are nothing but knowledge base and traditional uh, views, and each Veda has its own contents. And I also remember you mentioning about four Pangas, but I'm sorry, I'm not recollect six Vedangas.
Okay.
What it comes, if you don't mind, kindly give little background of that or recap of that. But four Upangas I had noted down. They are Mimansas, Puranas, and Nyaya, and also I think
Dharma Shastra.
Dharma Shastra, yes. And I think by and large these are the things.
Okay, very good. Okay, actually you have captured it very well. Only some of the points are missing. So we have learned that there are three levels of learning in the Indic knowledge systems. One is Paravidya, as you just now mentioned. This is also known as Brahma Vidya. There are 32 branches in Brahma Vidya and one Nyasa Vidya also, which is complete surrender to the ultimate. Then we have Apara Vidya, which is pure sciences. It is also known as Jnana, that is which we acquire the knowledge with a lot of learning, practice, and all those things. Here, there are 14 branches. These branches are called Chaturdasha Vidya Sthanani. And then we have Kala, which are applied sciences. They are 64 in number. In this Chaturdasha Vidya Sthanas, we have 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, and 4 Upangas. Here in Vedas, as you all know, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. These are the 4 branches. Among the Vedangas, we have Shiksha, which is phonetics. Then we have Vyakaranam, which is grammar. Then Niruktam. Niruktam is etymology of for the Vedic words, whatever words we come across in Vedas. Then Chandas, that is meter, which is very important in all Indian languages, not only Sanskritam. All Indian languages have this metrical compositions. And then Kalpa. Kalpa is, it helps in rituals, how to construct this Yajna Vedi and all those things. We will come to that part when we discuss about them in our later classes. Then the last one is Jyotisham. astronomy and astrology. Then the Upangas are Mimamsa, Nyaya Vistaraha, Puranani and Dharma Shastra. And we also talked about the Upanishadic model of cleansing, that is Mano Vak Kayaha. Mind cleansing is through yoga, speech cleansing is through Vyakarana, then body cleansing through Ayurveda. This is what we had talked about. And then another way of looking at the Mimamsa is Darshanas, that is Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa, Nyaya and Vaisheshika, Sankhya and Yoga. Then we also talked about Vidya and Jnana. Then how we are supposed to be having that gratitude about our ancestors, our gurus, our rishis, and the humility also. Humility also plays a great role in our learning. If we think we know everything, automatically our learning shrinks actually. So gratitude and humility are the most important aspects in our learning journey, in our journey. Then the 4 phases of application of jnana also we discussed. One is learning, then reflecting on what we have learned, then practice, practicing what we have learned, and then propagation. We must spread the knowledge to others. That is these are the 4 most important aspects of the 4 phases of application of jnana. Today, we will take up the concept of pramana and also have a look at the Vedas. Here, what do you understand by pramana? Can anybody tell me?
Praman, which I understand from physics, which I am a student of, is a kind of proof. Like you have a physics concept or a hypothesis, then you give a proof of that. So that's in Hindi should be praman.
Excellent. So in Indian tradition, we have this concept of pramana. They help us in obtaining accurate or about the accurate and valid knowledge actually about a particular subject or topic. Then the pramanas are there are many kinds of pramanas that are accepted in our darshanas. One is the direct perception, which is pratyaksha we call. Directly we see and then understand, okay, this has happened like this. Then there is inference. You are busy with some work. It has rained outside, and after some time you go out and see there is no rain, but the road is wet. So you understand that there was rain, and thus you come to a conclusion. So that is anumana. Then there is another pramana which is called upamana. You have never seen suppose you have never seen a cow. So somebody describes how a cow would be. So once you see some animal, you think, okay, it has 4 legs, it has tail and all those things, and you come to the conclusion that it is a cow. So that is upamana. That there is a comparison or an analogy there. Then there is Shabda pramana. Shabda pramana is known as word of testimony. There, our Shastrakaras say Aptavakyam Shabdam. What is this Aptavakyam Shabdam? A person who is highly knowledgeable or who is elder to us, who has some command over his subject, when he says something, we accept that as a valid statement. So, as Apta is someone who is capable of making us understand and accept. So here, Aptavakyam Shabdam. So that way, we have these Shabda pramanas. And we have some more pramanas like Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, Aitihya, and all those things. Those all are accepted in different pramanas are accepted in different shastras. Anyhow, we are not going to discuss all those things. Our main interest is in Shabda Pramana, as we are talking about the Vedas. Now, here, Pramakaranam Pramanam, from which we get knowledge, or whatever helps us in acquiring knowledge, is called Pramana. Here, some words are given: Jnata, Jnata, Pramata, Jnanam, Pramanam, Jneyam, Prameyam. So, Jnata, who is a Jnata here? Can you tell?
Jnata is a guy who knows. I mean, the person who knows. He's a person.
It's not that he knows actually, he is the recipient of that knowledge.
Oh.
Like we are all jnatas only. We are trying to know something. We are the recipients of some knowledge. So we all are jnatas. Then jnanam. What is jnanam? Jnanam is knowledge.
Yeah, it's knowledge per se.
So there, pramanam. What is pramanam?
Shruti, the authority.
It is the means to knowledge. Okay. Then jneyam. What is jneyam? That which is to be known, or you can say the object of knowledge. We are trying to know something about Vedas, right? So Vedas are our jnaya. Jnanam is the means to that knowledge, and then jnata are we all are jnatas. We are trying to know about the Vedas. Now, coming back to Shabda Pramana, it is the verbal testimony given by somebody through word of mouth. Okay. We are going somewhere. We need direction. We don't know exactly to reach our destination. So we we ask, if it is in India, we ask people around who are standing, or we stop our vehicle and ask the tea seller or somebody for directions. There, that whoever is helping us, he will be our guide. Okay. Nowadays, Google Maps do the job of, they act as Shabda Pramanas. So this way, we have many, Shabda Pramana is used in many ways in our day-to-day life. Then we have higher Shabda Pramanas. What are those higher Shabda Pramanas? They are the Vedas only. They are also called Shruti. Shruti, Shru, Shravane. It is heard. It is directly heard by somebody, some rishis. So that way they are our Shabda pramanas. Then Vedas, how do we arrive at Vedas? The dhatu, the root word is with jnane. Then this with jnane means to learn, to understand, to think, to meditate, to realize, to experience, to receive, to analyze, and so many meanings are there for one root with. The Vedas, which are the containers of knowledge, these were heard by our great rishis who did a lot of tapas, and they handed over these Vedic mantras through a chain of listeners, seekers of knowledge, and those who wanted to pass it on to us. So there is a chain. It was an oral tradition for a very long period. Even Ramayana and Mahabharata also are Shabda pramanas only. They say they wrote, Valmiki wrote Ramayana, Vyasa wrote Mahabharata, but since till a very long time, there was no concept of writing. Everything was orally handed down to us. So later on, these only a few thousands of years onwards, this writing on palm leaf has come up, and in recent years we have this printed material. So Shabda is in the form of these 14 Vidya sthanas. Okay? Till now it is clear?
Yeah, can I ask you? I'm sorry, I know you. I didn't attend the first session, but I saw on the YouTube, and I did see your instruction that you should be stopped for clarification at the end. But then I'm likely to forget, being an old man.
Yeah, no problem.
So if you don't mind, I have one or two questions here. One is these type of pramanas that you mentioned so beautifully, 5-6 types, including Shabd Pramana. How did it percolate down in our ancient knowledge system? I mean, where is it written somewhere? Because otherwise the whole world thinks that they have given us these types of pramanas for science.
Yes.
But I'm glad that it is listed in our system. But where can I read this?
Yeah, these pramanas are available everywhere. Where if you take Tarka Shastra, if you take Mimamsa, everywhere these pramanas are listed. Different acharyas have taken different pramanas to prove their whatever they have tried to make us understand. For those subjects, they have taken different pramanas.
So these are already existing and listed in Indian system?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
It's a beautiful, actually, if you read Tarka Shastra, it is really wonderful.
Which Shastra?
Tarka. That is...
okay. Logic.
Annam Bhatta. Annam Bhatta is the author for that. And he has written, he comes up with each and every topic so beautifully. If you get time, you should go through his...
These books are available online?
Yes, everything is available.
What name is it? Bhatta? What Bhatta?
Annam Bhatta.
Annam Bhatta.
Annam Bhatta's Tarka Shastra. You can read there. This pramanas are very well explained.
Thank you. And second point is, when you say these epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Vedas were transmitted down the channel through word of mouth, as we say. So this was through our Gurukul system, and how did it percolate down since thousands of years when we say it was not written?
Yes, that is the beauty of our tradition, no? The generation after generation, each and every generation has been passing on this whatever treasure is there. It has been passing through so many generations that there is no need for any writing at all. All writing, everything came up later.
That's very beautiful, because these days, if you do management, I'm sorry, I'm taking you a little for a second away. There's a chapter on distortion in communication, and which is visible even in our day-to-day life. But if I compare with the system that you are mentioning, and I also am aware through Gurukul system, I don't know what kind of rot system it was, that it didn't distort at all. It transmitted per se.
Yes. We will discuss how this has been maintained intact. How
Thank
it
you.
is. That we will
How the
discuss.
integrity was maintained.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry.
No problem. Then there are different approaches to classifying the ancient Indian scientific knowledge. And it is Vidyasthanas, Darshanas, then they are called Brahma Vidya, Kamya Vidya, and all those things. And here we have this, what do you call, Vidyasthana, Vidya Kosha. This is, they all put together. It is Arsheya Jnana. What is Arsheya Jnana? It is Rishi Pranita Jnana. It is the Jnana has been explained by the rishis. It has been received and passed on to us by great rishis. That is Arshaya Jnana. Then we will discuss about the aspect of process in Rig Veda. So, what do you understand by this aspect of process? Can you try? Okay. All Vedas, yes, Mahodaya, if you want to.
Yeah. So process per se, what we know in today's world is some sequence of events or activities to be done, which if they get disturbed, the output will not be good.
Yes.
So process has to be sequential.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you.
So all Vedas are related to the process called yajna. Actually, in today's world, we think yajna means doing some havanam, homa, and all those things. But there is a broad view about yajnas in our tradition. This Vedahi yajnartham abhipravrittaha. This is a statement from Chandas Shastra, which is a Vedanga. Vedas are meant for yajnas. They are asking people to take any activity as a yajna, and it should be done with complete dedication, commitment, and it should be for universal benefit. These are the three aspects. I think we have discussed this also in our previous class. So, this universal benefit should have a basis, why it should be done, how it should be done, what should be done to get that universal benefit. So when we listen to mantras like Udaka Shanti mantra, can anybody tell me when it is recited?
During Vastu Shanta.
It is recited at on many occasions actually. This Udaka Shanti mantra is recited before Upanayana.
Doing Simanta, Dubaina.
Upanayana. Then Simanta, marriage also, before marriage, then before Griha Pravesham, and so many occasions it is recited. Then Sandhyavandana mantras are there. Then Sandhya Vandana mantras are to be recited daily at sunrise and sunset, and also at noon. Then Vivaha mantras are there. Then Shraddha mantras. Vivaha mantra is marriage. At the time of marriage, whatever mantras they recite. Then Shraddha mantras are there. And all these mantras are different for each occasion. Then each mantra will have a fixed number of letters. Yes, any questions, Jaita Mahodaya?
Mahodaya, I just wanted to ask, will we at any point in the course see examples of these mantras? Because
Yes,
the Udaka
yes.
Shanti we will be saying. Okay, that's fine.
Not
Thank you.
Udaka Shanti mantra. I'll just Rigveda mantra. I'll show you today how it comes.
Okay. Dhanyavad.
Then each of these mantras are different for each occasion. Then this Gayatri mantra is there, which is taught at the time of Upanayana Samskara. It consists of 3 padas. One pada is 1/4 of a mantra. So it has 3 padas and 8 letters for each pada. That means 3 padas into 8 into 3. So it will be 24 letters in Gayatri mantra. It is rhythmic because that chandas is there, because of that metrical form of composition. Then it contains Hrasva, Dirgha, Udatta, Anudatta, Swaritaksharas. Hrasva, everybody would be knowing Hrasva and Dirgha. It is long and short vowels. Then Udatta, Anudatta and Swaritaksharas, they are like, I'll show you and then explain. Let us go to the next there. Here, what happens is this Rigveda. Here we have these branches. We all know Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishad. Okay. Here, Samhita is the continuous utterance without a pause, without a break. So, in Vyakarana also, Panini Maharshi has used one word Samhita. That Samhita is different from what these Vedic texts are saying. That Samhita word used by Panini in Vyakarana, that is for combining 2 words to form a single word. So that will be Parasanikarsha Samhita. It means there is no gap to combine 2 words. He will form a sandhi. Avyavadhanena Ucharanam. Samhita is Avyavadhanena Ucharanam, without a gap. So here we see this Rigvedic mantra, which is Om Agnimile Purohitam Yajnasya Devam Ritvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatabam. So here I have taken a break in between, but this is a Samhita statement, and the Vedic scholars, they won't take they will continuously utter the mantra. Okay. Then what is Samhita? How did the word come? This Samyak Hitam. Hitam is derived from a dhatu called dha. And it has a ta pratyaya, which is a suffix, you can say. So dha dhatu, and dha is the root, and this ta is the suffix. And sandhi word also is derived from the same dhatu, but with a different pratyaya, different suffix. And there is a continuity or concatenation of the syllables one after the other here while reciting mantras of Samhita. And this Samhita is again divided into Padapatha and Kramapatha. Here, in the case of Padapatha, the same words, like the Agnimile Purohitam, the words will be split and uttered with intervening brief space. Then another important aspect of Samhita is Chandas, which is absent in Padapatha. Now this Sandhi has different, and actually this Sandhi is there in all Indian languages, isn't it? You all must have read Hindi or Telugu or Kannada or Tamil or Malayalam, whatever, Marathi. All Indian languages have this Sandhi concept. And here some Adesha, Agama, Lopal are given. That we will take up when we go to that part, Vedangas. That time we will discuss about this. So now, this Rigveda Samhita, it has, it is divided into 8 ashtakas. Ashtakas into 64 chapters divided into 8 ashtakas. And some of the Westerners who study Rigveda or any Veda for that matter, they, particularly Rigveda, they divide these mantras into mandalas. They prefer to call them mandalas, but our traditional practitioners of Rigveda, they will take it as ashtakas only. Ashtakas are the in the sutra form for daily recitation practice. Okay. Now, all the Vedas have this Samhita part, and associated Padapatha will be there. Then Vedas are taught in this structured way so that they remember whatever, because those days they didn't believe in writing or communicating in any other way. So oral tradition was very much important. So to maintain that intact without any, we have this Vritrasura story. I don't know how many of you remember. The only one single syllable changed, and they wanted to kill Indra actually. So they performed a homa. While performing, what they did, they Indra Shatru should come from this homa. That's what they were trying to do. But it so happened they one letter they missed, and Indra became the Shatru of the boy who was born, Vritrasura. So that way, so much of importance is there for this Vedas. Usually Gayatri mantra also people recite in whatever way they like, but it is strictly forbidden. That's why Vedas are not taught to everybody. Okay, it is very much important that we maintain whatever has been handed over to us. Here, if you see here, Padapatha, Agnim Yele Puraha Hitam Yajnasya Devam Ratvijam Hotaram Ratna dhatamam. You can see these markings. This is anudata, line below, horizontal line below one this syllable. Then one vertical line above also you can see. Yajnasya, then ritwijam, hotaram, dhatamam. These are called anudata, udatta, and swarita. Okay. Any doubts here?
Ma'am, can you please explain once again this?
Yes. So this is Agnim Ile is there. Here, below there is horizontal line. This is Anudata. Here, Ile. Here also, this is Anudata. Okay. Here, Hitam. So when you recite, can you notice the difference? All are not at the same level. Some of them are going like this, isn't it? So here, this is Anudata, line below the Akshara. Vertical line above the Akshara will be Udatta. Then when you have no line here, it is Swarita. Samahara Swarita. These are the Vyakarana Sutras by Panini Maharshi. Uchchairudattaha, Nichairudattaha, Samahara Swarita. Then Kramapatha. This Kramapatha, here Padapatha is there to make us understand each and every word, how it is split. Okay. Then Kramapatha will bring us back to the Samhita. Agnimile ile purohitam purohitam yajnasya purohitam iti puraha hitam, like that. Okay. Then okay, here this any questions here about this Padapatha or Kramapatha?
Yeah, Mahoday, I would like to know, like in this Padapata, so how does our pronunciation, vary with Anudata, Udatta, so like, do we like...
Yes, I'll tell you. See, here, Agnim is there. Here, Agnim, if you look at Agnim, here, this vertical line is there on top of Ma. Okay. So, the difference is here it is not there. Okay. That is the difference. This is to make a student understand how to split the words of each mantra. Okay. Then this is the way. This is Samhita form. This is Padapatha. Then this is Kramapatha. These three are the most important aspects of a Vedic mantra. A student.
So the student, once they have finished, like they are experts, then they will be reciting in this Kramapatha way, like where it's not split.
Actually, okay. What happens is, first they will learn this Samhita. Entire Samhita is learned. Then entire Padapatha will be taught to them. Once they learn these two very well, then they go to Kramapatha. Otherwise, it becomes confusing, no? So they will be made to recite every day, And sometimes it so happens that same mantras in a day, so many times they will be asked to repeat. Thus, they even though they want to forget, they cannot forget. So,
Also, ma'am, why were you saying that? So it is like just any and everybody shouldn't be reciting. What is the reason? Like,
yes, that I'll come to later.
okay.
I told you that story, no? Even a single mistake can give wrong results. So it is very much important that you learn the language also along with Veda. It is very important. Like that, I told. It's not that I am a casteist or something, nothing like that. I am an open.
No, I understood, ma'am. Basically, it's very powerful. So unless it's recited properly, it would probably even can harm also. So we need to learn how to recite.
That's it. And we must have a purpose. Why do you want to learn Veda? That purpose should be there. Okay.
So, if you permit, so does it mean that what we have been hearing, that there were mantras to make the rainfall and mantras to light the fire and so on?
Yes, we will come to that part. Yes.
No, that actually was true.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Till recently, they used to practice this Parjanya Yajna, no? To get rainfall. Whenever there was no rain or it did not come on time, monsoons did not come on time, they would practice this. They would do this Parjanya Yajna. All the priests, they will sit in huge vessels and do some yajna, and it's quite difficult actually. All cannot do, no? So like that. Okay. So now we have these 14 Vidyasthanas, 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, 4 Upangas, and among the Vedas, 4 Vedas, we are discussing about Rig Veda, and Rig Veda's Samhita. We are seeing how Samhita is organized. Then we have this Kramapati, Jata, Ghana, and many variations in this. But they are more complex forms actually than the Pada and Kramapata.
Ma'am, I had a question about the Ghanapatha. So I have heard Ghanapatha on some YouTube videos by scholars who are reciting. So they are repeating that same phrase many, many times, right? Like when it is, what is the purpose? Like, why is it recited like that?
Yes, what they are doing is go 2 words forward, come back, then go 3 words forward, then come back, go 4 words forward, then come back, like that. If you practice like that till your end, you will not be able to forget even a single word of the mantra. That's why there were great Ghanapatis. Nowadays, there are not much actually. Then these Westerners call this Padapatha as Pasa form because there is gap after each word, no? That is why pause. That is why it is called Padapatha, and there are many branches also, Pratishakyas.
So, I'm sorry, if you don't mind, just go back to the previous slide. Yeah. So the Karmapati, Jatapati, and Ghanapati, are they in order of ascending order of proficiency?
Yes, Ghanapata is the toughest.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then why this emphasis on memory is this passing on the knowledge without distortion. Nowadays, what happens? We have many of our books printed by different publishers. Even Westerners also are publishing our Shastra Granthas. What happens is they will issue some critical edition they will change some shloka or mantra or some words, and some other person will do something else. So what happens? We get confused where to look at, which is the authentic text. Like that, such a dilemma will be there. So to avoid all such things, all such confusions, this kind of passing on the knowledge without distortion was established by our rishis. And nowhere in the world do we have such a kind of knowledge system. And it is acknowledged that these special techniques of committing to memory and retention helps in brain development. There is no doubt about it, actually. Otherwise, what happens nowadays? We keep all junk, whatever unwanted stuff, everything is there inside our brain. So this kind of learning will help us in focusing more on these things. Okay. Then these Samhitas are the first part of the division among all the four Vedas. All the Vedas have this Samhita part. Okay. Then Brahmanas, they form the second part. You can see here. So 14 Vidyasthanas, 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, then there Samhita we discussed, now Brahmanas. So Brahmanas form the second part of the division, and here they are subdivided into different adhyayas. Okay. Then they have 5 chapters together. They are called Panchakas. Then Rigveda Brahmana has 40 adhyayas of chapters, you can say. And current Brahmana that we have is called Aitareya Brahmana. Rigveda Samhita is called Shakalya Samhita. Okay. And in the end, I have shown the different Brahmanas of different Vedas, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, that you can glance through them. And later on, after the class, you can go through them also. And here we see this mantra is there. Agnirvai devanam avamo Vishnu paramastadantharena sarvanya devata agnya Vaishnavam purodannam nirvapati. If you say like that, what happens? There is a challenge of breathing. So everybody cannot recite so like the Vedic Pandits they do. Like that, we all cannot do. Okay, that is the first thing. And if you learn to like Vedangas, what is the use of Vedangas? Like if you know how to split the words, Agnihi, Avamaha, like that, Devanam, Agnihi, Vai, Devanam, Avamaha, Vishnu, like that. If you know how to split them, for that splitting of these words, we need Vedangas. Shiksha and Vyakarana, they help us. Okay. Then, yes, many times what happens, many Vedic scholars, not Vedic scholars, they may be reciting beautifully without any errors. Even though they cannot understand completely the meaning of all the mantras, still they are considered as Vedapati. Okay. And then Jaimini Maharshi says Brahmana, Karma Chodanat Brahmanam. What is the role of these Brahmanas? The word Brahmana is derived from the root word Karma Chodanat Brahmanam. Then the mantras are praises of Devatas. The word Rik itself means Richa Stuta, itself means talking about or praising the deity, the great qualities of a Devata. Then here Agni Mile, here I am praising Agnim Ile. I am praising the great qualities of Devata Agni. Then we find even inanimate things are being praised in Vedic mantras. There, what happens is they are considered as Vibhuti or Amsha of the Parabrahma. They are part of Parabrahma. That's what it means. Everything is pervaded by Parabrahma. Someone can see anything as the inherent principle of the Parabrahma and extol the virtues therein. That's what it means. And these Brahmanas tell us or help us in understanding where to apply these mantras. Karma Chodanani Brahmana Vakyani. In some Vedic rituals, we use the mantras and the Brahmana mantras, and these mantras are in the prose form, and they are highly descriptive. In Vedic rituals, each ritual is carried out with a different mantra, and it is described in Brahmanas. And here we have to note that this Brahmana word has nothing to do with the Varna system. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. That has no relationship with this Brahmana. The Brahmanas we are talking about here are the Vedic textual divisions. One is Samhita, another one is Brahmana, third one is Aranyaka, fourth one is Upanishad. Okay. Then we have the subdivisions of Brahmanas like Ashtakas, then Adhyayas, then Prapatakas, like different divisions are there. Then we come to the third aspect of Vedas, that is Aranyakas. So from 14 Vidyasthanas, we know that there are 4 Vedas. Among the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda is the first one. Then we have had some discussion about Yajurveda. And then here Samhita and then Brahmana is over. Now we have come to this Aranyaka part. These Aranyakas are recited in forests. Here, this is the third division of the Vedas. And then here also Panchakas, Adhyayas are all found. Then Aranyakas deal with things beyond worldly matter. People leave worldly things and go to forests either to do penance or to interact with people with similar interests actually. It is to nurture their interest in transcendental things. Then, see here, Brahmanas help us in carrying out rituals for our material gains like Pashu, Putra, Vrishti, Shatrujaya, Gramyadhipatya, Samrajya. You want victory. So what you will do? You will go to Brahmanas, search for suitable guru who will guide you to perform the homa for your whatever material benefit you want to have. And then this kind of material gains you will have. Pashu Samruddhi you want. Then Vrishti, rains are not on time. Then you want victory over somebody. Then you want to become the head of some village, or you want to control the entire world. So for all these things, there are mantras in Brahmana. Okay. Then Aranyaka, what does it teach? It teaches Atma Jnana, Atma Upasana, and Atma Prapti. Okay. Then these Upanishad is the last, fourth one. In the Vedas, Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Upanishad. These are the 4 points. In the fourth branch, that is Upanishad, here what happens? This gradual shift from material pursuits to higher purpose of existence is there. You will be wondering about the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. And what happens here? Upanishad. How do you arrive at Upanishad? That word Upa is closer. Ni, Nishad, Sad is the dhatu. Ni is prefix actually. Nishidati. The student sits closer to the guru and learns how to observe these higher purpose, higher divisions of how to come about these Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, and all those things, how to understand them, he will be taught there. Then this is the culmination of the Vanaprastha stage. That Vanaprastha is the ashrama dharma we have, no? You are young, when you are young, you have many material pursuits, and you are running after whatever you want to achieve. And after a certain stage, you want to exit from that. You don't want any material pursuits. That time, this you go to forest, that is Aranyaka. Then, and this Upanishad stage will be the fourth one, the culmination of Vanaprastha. Here, complete all the responsibilities are fulfilled. You don't want any further attachment with your material pursuits, and complete forest dwelling and contemplating about the divine. Then this Samhita and Brahmana focus on the Dharma, Artha, Kama aspects. That's why it is called Trivarga. Dharma, Artha, Kama. They are called Trivarga. Moksha is called Apavarga. This Trivarga part is handled by Samhita and Brahmana. Then Moksha part is discussed in Aranyaka and Upanishad. Any questions here?
Ma'am, this Upanishad is same as Upanishad.
It is. Then in some Aranyakas like Taittiriya, what happens is actually Aranyaka itself has Upanishadic portions in that. that gradual progression, how it happens from knowing the self and knowing the causative factors for the universe, and all those things are discussed. And then here we have multiple Upanishads for each Veda, and if you see, though Vedas are only 4 in number, there are 10 principal Upanishads. And Rigveda itself has 2 Upanishads, Aitareya and Kaushitaki. And here it is this mantra, this is a discussion between Guru and Shishya, and king and rishi. It is just shown how to think about the Atma, like that. Then each of the Vedas Vedas are infinite. Vyasa Rishi divided each of them into different branches, actually. Then these Vedas have 4-fold division that we have seen: Samhita, Brahmanam, Aranyakam, Upanishad. Samhita is accented, that has word split form called Padapatha, word combining form called Kramapatha. And this much is taught in Gurukulas even today. Then Jata and Ghana are add-ons. Actually, they are not part of the basic learning, but they to improvise the Vedic scholars, they learn this Jata form and Ghana form also. And Samhitas are metrical in nature. Brahmanas deal with application of mantras. And these Aranyakas, actually, they are not supposed to recite at homes. They have to recite in forests only. But nowadays, many people are reciting at home also. And people like my father, my own father is a Vedic scholar, Ayurveda scholar. So what he does, he will take his students to some garden, and he will teach them there, this Aranyaka portion, like that. Okay. Then Upanishads are the last portion of the Vedas. They are also known as Vedanta. Vedasya ante asti iti Vedanta. Then these each of the Vedas are infinite. There is you cannot bring all the Veda together and keep it at a place. It is infinite. So Vyasa Rishi, he divided each of these Vedas and organized them into different shakhas, different branches. And these were introduced so that the learner would find it easier to learn and practice and propagate. Here, Rigveda has 21 shakhas, Yajurveda has 101 shakhas, Samaveda has 1000 shakhas, Atharva Veda has 9 shakhas. Okay. Some of the shakhas of Rigveda are Bashkala, Aitareya, Kaushitaki, and so many are there. And the student who propagated each branch, that branch got the student's name. Here, Vyasa Rishi, why he organized like this means he knew that the people in Dwapara, in Kali Yuga, will find it very difficult to engage themselves in knowledge activities. Their energy levels, health, mental abilities will all be limited. So, and they will also face more hurdles in their path towards knowledge. That shloka is there, no, in Bhagavata. How people will be. Mandaha, mandamatayaha, mandabhagyaha, upadrutaha. So, in Kali Yuga, people are, by and large, they will be less intelligent, and they will not have the capability to push themselves, and they will be troubled by so many. See, these days we find, so many people, they keep on quarreling for silly reasons, or they will be doing all unwanted things. It is all because of the effect of Kali Yuga. So Vyasa Maharshi, he knew that people would be like this only. So to help all of us, he organized the Vedas in different branches, and many shakhas were introduced for each of the Vedas. Then what happened is, later on, yes, this we have to see.
Mahodaya had a question, sorry.
Yes.
No, I was curious to know whether are all those shakas, still available? I mean,
No, that's what I am telling you, no?
oh,
Here, if you, the Samaveda, which had maximum number of shakas, 1,000 branches were there, only 3 are available to us today. Okay. Then in other Vedas also, same way we have lost many of the branches. Then if a student, he is very well focused, he can learn Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Upanishad portions of one Veda in 3 years' time. One branch actually. Then Yajurveda has this prose form that I have told, and then there may be sentences will be too long, and it's they have the scholars, they have the ability to continuously recite the mantras, but all may not be capable of doing that. Okay. Then Yajurveda has 2 shakhas, Shukla Yajurveda and Krishna Yajurveda. Shukla Yajurveda is also called Vajasaneya. Then the current the shakha of Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda, is it was taught by, it was designed by Aukhya. Aukhya Atreya Shakha is there. There was a rishi called Ukha. That Ukha and Ukha rishi and Atri rishi, these two propagated this Aukhya Shakha of Taittiriya Krishna Yajurveda. Then there are branches like Kapithala, Maitrayani, and others. Totally, there are 86 branches in Krishna Yajurveda and 16 branches in Shukla Yajurveda. So totally 101 branches. Then we can't say that all the branches are available. Then, yes. And this Atharva Veda doesn't have Aranyaka part. Okay. All the other Vedas have this, all the 4 divisions. Only Atharva Veda doesn't have any Aranyaka in it. Then each Veda has 4 subdivisions: Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Upanishad. Yajurveda has 2 more subdivisions like Kathaka and Ekagni Kanda. It is extra. Then Samaveda has Rahasya Gana, Gramya Gana, Aranya Gana, etc. Atharva Veda has a unique feature which is mentioned in Charana Vyuha. This text actually, this Charana Vyuha is a text that I don't know whether it is available online. We have to search maybe. Then Yajurvedis are still large in number, and we can find many people who practice Yajurveda because the Yajurveda helped in these things, these whatever you want to achieve for these material things. These Hota, Dvaryu, Udgata, Brahma, they all are important in a yajna. That way, Yajurvedis are more in number. Totally, there were 1131 shakhas for all the Vedas. Nowadays, only 8 to 10 shakhas are in practice. And many branches are lost to us. So, it is our duty, at least, to preserve these for future generations. And due to demands of current lifestyle, this Shrauta Prakriya was the first one to get affected. It became difficult to maintain this Nityagnihotra. Actually, this is not Nityanusandhana, it should be Nityagnihotra. And thus, these Shulba Sutras, they were shunted out actually from our lives. So it is up to us whether we want to bring it all back and all those things. Then these are the Samhita, Brahmana, and Aranyaka Upanishad. You can all go through these once the slides are uploaded in your class notes. This is for each of the Vedas. We have done some markings. So, any questions here? Okay, so no questions. I hope I'm not too fast actually.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you said that the total 1131 shakhas of all the Vedas, and there are only few of them, maybe 8 to 10 shakhas left.
Yes.
What does that mean actually for a layman? I mean, I consider a layman.
See,
that means Vedas, I have got very little knowledge left now. Shakhas, if shakhas, the branches of the Vedas.
Yes. See, Vedas are huge. It's a huge volume of mantras. So, Vyasa Maharshi, what he did, he knew that the people in Kali Yuga would find it very difficult to learn this. So, he divided each Veda into different branches. And he taught each branch to different students. One student would learn one branch of Rig Veda. The other student would learn another branch of same Rig Veda. Like that he taught. Okay. And that way he created these many branches. And what happened later on, due to our own negligence or our own varied interests or some other, our livelihood was affected, something. So many factors influence, and all the branches are gone now. Only 8 to 10 branches are Gone means it is there. Only we are unable to, like the rishis, the way the rishis heard them directly, that kind of learning is not there.
But Vedas are supposed to be written, you said.
No, they are not written. They were heard by the rishis.
Now, like Vedas are available for sale. So aren't they in the written form, documented now?
Now documented, but how many?
So that's hardly very minuscule.
Only very limited. Limited volume we have. That's all. Okay. Please go through the slides and video, and then come back if you have any questions. You can ask in the group also, WhatsApp group also. And we will wind up for today. Next week we will be taking up how Srishti happened. That's another interesting topic. Anyhow, we are not going very deep into these Vedas because ours is only an overview. So we can only see just the tip of each subject. Okay, samapayamaha. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti.
धन्यवादः।